Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. We are driving a BMW X5, a Mercedes E63 AMG and of course the Audi RS5. Now all these three cars are so gorgeous. Of course this is what you expect from German luxury car manufacturers, but the other two on either side of this Audi are supremely distracting. So let's do one thing, let's restart this vlog with just the Audi. I am driving the Audi RS5 and straight away let's open the engine bay of this vehicle. And as you can see, this is kind of a heavy engine bay, but it says RS TFSI here V6, and the engine bay also looks pretty nice. And of course you got insulation and obviously heat management also. I think this is used for some heat property. Anyways, as you can see, the engine bay is kind of compact, but you really can't put a V8 motor here, although the previous model did have one. Anyways, up front, as you can see, the design of the car is really very nice, very sharp. In fact, dare I say it is the best looking Audi car right now. You have this gloss black finishing on the grille, RS5 written here, Quattro written here. Obviously you get a front splitter as well and air intakes here too, which is really very nice. The light is really beautiful, very sharp. It gets this black treatment inside, headlamp washer, front parking sensors, towing hook, you name it, everything is there. Chrome Audi logo looks beautiful indeed. And there's so many cuts and creases on this car. Just look at the aggression of the design, really very nice. Now the wheels on this car are 20 inches chrome wheels, again splendid in terms of appearance. It says Audi Sport here, really very nice. Shows the massive brakes. Yeah, obviously the disc size is super big. In fact, it's bigger than most hatchbacks as well. RS written here on the brake caliper, which is finished in black. But overall, really good amount of attention to detail, even on the wheels. 275 30 20 tires all around. Yeah, the front and the rear tires are the same. RS5 written here. The mirror does not touch the window. It comes from the body. Looks really nice and sleek. In fact, they've done this gloss black finishing here too. They've done the gloss black finishing not on the roof as such, because that is actually the panoramic roof of the vehicle. And because this is a two-door coupe, it looks really very nice. Look at the design. It's splendid indeed. Ground clearance is very poor. In fact, the travel between the wheels is also very less, but the design is super duper sexy indeed. And right here, the rear wheel also, obviously it gets the RS brake calipers along with the massive disc and alloy wheels, again 20 inches, Audi Sport written here, Audi Sport written here. And from any angle, you look at it from any angle, the car is just super duper sexy. I mean, this is sexiness defined, or rather redefined. You get a subtle lip spoiler here, and you get this black treatment in the tail light as well. Tail light also looks really beautiful, really very sharp indeed. You get this massive exhaust. Okay, you can see that there's this butterfly valve which actually opens. The exhaust is really very massive, but you got this fake stuff here. In fact, this is also fake, it's not functional, but you get a big diffuser here, like a massive diffuser, which looks more about visual appeal than I think of actual use. There again, exhaust. So butterfly valves open on both the sides to get that fake treatment there as well. Design is super duper sexy. Audi has done a smashing job in terms of design. I don't think any car at this price point looks as gorgeous as this. Okay, let's put the Mustang out of the picture for a bit. But yes, this is a car which can give the Mustang also a run for its money in terms of design appeal alone. Now let me quickly do a quick circle around and you guys tell me which is the best angle you like of the vehicle. I can't really decide, because no matter from where you look at it, it just looks blended. And let's quickly open the door. So as soon as you open the door, yeah, actually the seat belt is given to you, which I'll show you on the other side. Meanwhile, here you can see the doors are obviously longer and they are frameless too. So these are frameless doors on the vehicle, which gives it a very sporty appeal. In fact, I think we should open both the doors, put the windows down, and then let me show it to you from the front side. So here we go. That is so freaking sexy, isn't it? Just look at the car. Yeah, looks mind-boggling, doesn't it? Anyways, as you can see, the door handles, they go upwards, which is again very nice. Now this having two doors, obviously the doors are slightly longer. And here, let me show you another interesting bit about this vehicle. Now in order to get behind, you can just pull this lever, and there you can move it behind with this button too. Space at the rear is almost negligible. You really can't fit a human being here. Yeah, you just press this button, it will automatically go there. There's a center armrest, and Below here there's storage space as well, space to keep stuff. You can actually keep a lot of luggage right here at the rear. In fact, there's space to keep luggage here too. Isofix child seat anchors and rear AC vents too. Let me turn off that rear AC right now. But you can see leg room is very poor, knee room is non-existent, and headroom is also a challenge at the rear. But you get adjustable headrests. There are light placements right there. Window area is decent size. The space to keep stuff here, which is actually a nice touch. Meanwhile, as you can see, this is strictly a two-seater. Now how do I get the seat back in position? I can just pull it like this, press this button, and there it gets back into position. Meanwhile, it says RS on the seat and no adjustable headrest at the front, but the seats are really very comfortable. You can see the kind of bolstering on offer. Side bolster is beautiful. Lot of controls here. There's control for each and everything on offer, so a person cannot feel uncomfortable in this vehicle at the front. At least the glove box is not that great because the manual itself is large. Otherwise, there's good amount of space. There are two SD card slots along with a SIM slot here. It says Quattro here, just in case you decide, should I go hard under the throttle? Quattro says yes, you can. Alright, let's quickly get to the other side, which means that I have to show you another cool bit. But before that, that happens to be the boot. Now, as you can see, the boot is kind of useless, and the reason it's useless because we've got a spare tire here. Now this spare tire is placed right into the boot. Now once the spare tire is removed, there is good amount of space on offer, and there are obviously hooks here as well. Speaker system right there, and you can actually drop the seat from here by pulling this. Yeah, there you can drop the center armrest. Meanwhile, you can drop the side seats too. Yeah, you have to actually pull it. Somehow it's not working properly right now. Anyways, below here is storage space too, along with a space saver wheel. Now this space saver wheel happens to be a small size tire, 125 70 19. The storage space here for the first aid kit and whatnot. Meanwhile, this is the full size tire. Now let's quickly see what is the tire size. And okay, it says for Skoda, Porsche and Lamborghini, so that tire is quite useful. I believe the tire size is the same as the stock tire. It happens to be a Continental tire. I believe the size would be the same. There's no denying that fact. Okay, let's put it inside. It is actually quite light, so good amount of weight saving there. Push this down, close this, and there's a shark fin antenna there. Now right here, why have I put the manual on this side? Well, I believe the manual should fit in right there. Yes, that is the space for the manual in Audi cars. It's on the driver's side. In fact, this is so deep. Let me show you my hand. Okay, that is the amount it can take in. So it's like a real deep storage space, which is actually for the manual. The manual itself is quite big because there's a lot of features on offer, and I believe it's also in German. It seems mostly English though, and that's like 450 pages. I was reading it like Vicky the robot. Anyways, back inside, this is obviously to open the hood. Pedals are also really nice. There's a dead pedal there too. These are the controls for the headlights, and this seems to be the headlight leveler. Meanwhile, over here you have a button to open the boot, and there's good amount of storage space at the front as well. These are the controls for the power windows. These are the controls for the outside rear view mirror. This is to lock or unlock the vehicle, and this is obviously the memory settings. You can save up to 2 people settings. Bang & Olufsen sound system, RS5 written here. In the night when you actually open the door, it projects Audi Sport on the road. And good treatment everywhere. Seats are super duper awesome. It says RS here, and over here you can see these are actually the controls for the seat adjustment, and this is for the massage as well, so you can adjust every possible way the seat. That is so good. In fact, I'll show you another good thing about the car. Okay, now you don't have to take the trouble of actually getting the seat belt out, because it will actually give it to you like this. Yeah, that's right. You open the door, you close the door, it actually pushes it out just to make it convenient for you to wear the seat belt. That's again super duper cool. Anyways, right inside, first things first, let me turn off the air conditioning. Air conditioning off, windows up, seatbelt has been given to me. Thank you so much. You can keep it back for now. Wipers work really well. Yeah, there's good amount of spray on offer as well. Yeah, headlamp was also spraying water there. And as you can see, the car is very similar to the S5. The quality of the interior is just amazing. The fit finish is really very nice, and although there's some hard plastics here, they're very rare, and everything feels so premium inside. You get a flat bottom steering wheel. It says RS here, and the steering itself feels great to hold too. Now obviously you have got a lot of buttons on the steering wheel. This is for navigation, this is for voice commands, and this is to increase or decrease the volume, as well as go to a forward or backward track or reverse track or whatever you want to call it. And these are obviously the controls for this multi-information display. Now you can change the view. Yeah, that is the view. So that's a smaller view, and then you can browse through there. A lot of information right now showing tire pressure is low. Meanwhile, that is for the audio system. This is for call. This is for the maps. The maps are the best. Trust me, they are the best. Very, very high quality. You can browse through here. It's saying consumption 5.5 kilometers per liter. Short-term memory, long-term memory, which also tells you what is the real-time mileage right now, as well as how many hours you have driven, what is the average speed, and how many kilometers you have driven to. So a lot of information. There's driver assist, and as you can see here, you can see the car is actually parked, below which it's obviously telling you the boost pressure along with the engine temperature, and there's odometer, there's a trip meter, there's a temperature meter. Telltale lights are placed here, and right here on the right you get the speedometer, on the left you get the tachometer along with the gear position indicator. But once you change this, there's a very sporty dial there. Right in the center you get a big tachometer, in the center you get a digital speedometer, and on the left, as you can see, it's telling you the date as well as the time, which can be browsed. Again, the multi-information display which I was showing you earlier. Right here on the right side you can see how much power and torque you're consuming in real time. Yeah, that's right, you can see how much power and torque is being consumed in real time, as well as the boost pressure right there. So really very nice console. On the rightmost here you get the fuel meter, on the leftmost you get the temperature meter. That's not all, it also gets paddle shifters, which also have great quality. These are the controls for the wipers, which I've already used in this vlog. These are the controls for the indicators, and this is obviously for the cruise control. Meanwhile, the disappointment here is that you have a lever to adjust the steering, both for reach as well as rake. At this price point I want electric adjust, period. So everything feels really premium. You get this continuous AC vent treatment, but these are not vents. I mean, these are not AC vents as such. And obviously this is for the air conditioning. Again, the quality is really nice. It gets a 3-zone climate control system, and the knobs are superb. The finish is amazing. Okay, for now let's just reduce the fan speed. So this is really very well done. It shows you the display in set, which is again very super and awesome. This is the hazard light button, and this is obviously the ashtray, which has the Audi logo on the top, and there's space to keep your cigarettes. Actually, the cigarette remains. Cup holders here, and there's a cigarette lighter right there. Meanwhile, there's a USB socket over here, and there are a lot of controls here. So this is actually to turn off the screen. This is for the parking sensors to turn them on and off. This is for the self park system. This is for traction control. This is to turn off stop start system, and this is the Audi Drive Select. So you can get into Audi Drive Select and decide what mode you want to drive the vehicle in right away. Meanwhile, this is actually the control for the volume, and you can go ahead or behind with the track, and you can obviously turn off the system as well by pressing this button. Now this is a slot for the key. The key actually slots right there. That's very thoughtful of Audi. This is the auto hold function. This is the electric parking brake. It says RS here. This is the gas selector. Obviously, look at the finish. It's beautiful. And this is the MMI controls. Now you can obviously browse like this. There are buttons. There's a keypad as well, and everything feels really premium, really nice, really easy to use, and it's very responsive. Every time you use something, for a fact, with the click, there's just so much feedback on offer. Below this front center armrest, there's storage space as well. There's a USB charging socket, there's an aux port, and there's a cigarette lighter as well. And there is the Mercedes AMG E63S key, which means that I'm super tempted to get into that car right away. Seats are really very comfortable. I mean, this comfort levels on offer are superb. Okay, it's just superb. It hugs you, and under thigh support is never a problem. Press this button, you can increase the under thigh support. Yes, that's right, you can increase the under thigh support. So under thigh support is never an issue in this vehicle. Anyways, let's play an audio right away. Bang & Olufsen on duty. Audio quality super duper awesome. The feedback from the speakers is amazing, and the build quality is so good you cannot feel any vibrations whatsoever. Obviously, you get a frameless inside rear view mirror. These are actually the controls for the roof. So here you can open the sun blind. There's a different button for that. Meanwhile, if you want to open the roof, you press the other button, which opens the roof as well. Now the roof does open quite a bit, bringing in a lot of airy feeling inside the cabin. Right now it's just getting rain. That's about it. So you can still hang your head out if you feel like. Meanwhile, there are a lot of lights placed here too. In order to operate the lights, press this button. You can see these are the white lights. Plenty of lights. In fact, there are lights here as well. So there are lights here, and obviously the lights are super duper bright, so you can turn on individually as well. So for the moment, let me just turn off the light, which means I can do it by touch as well. Yeah, it gets touch sensitivity for the lights. Now the visor here obviously gets a light along with the mirror. Same is the case there as well, mirror as well as a light. And the car just feels so well put together. It feels sporty, it feels nice, it feels really well put together as well. Now getting to the menu, a lot of controls, and this is really well calibrated too. Now navigation obviously is superior in the vehicle. You can just decide decide where you want to go, it will take you there. And let's just get back to the home function. So you got telephone, radio, sound, car, and what not features. But in this screen, it does not tell you how much power and torque you're consuming like it does on the instrument cluster. So the person sitting on the side cannot monitor your driving any which ways. That said, it's very easy, very simple. And unfortunately, this is not a touchscreen system. Although the screen is on the smaller side, it's still fine. You obviously get a reverse parking camera, and it gets adaptive guidelines as well. Front and rear parking sensors too. Now let's do one thing. Okay, I want the seat belt. So what do? I just press this here. Here it gives me the seat belt, and I am going to drive self park right away. So in order to do self park, I have to press this button, and actually I have to get into drive, otherwise it's not going to get into self park. So here we are into drive. Now it is going to search for parking, which means pressing the handbrake button down, using the wipers. We are going, and now it's going to search for parking. So I'm just going to get to the right, give a left indicator, and see if it's going to recognize the same. So it says please stop the vehicle, let go of the steering, get into reverse. So I'm going to get into reverse right away, and I'm going to park the vehicle. So here we are into reverse, and there we go. Okay, and there it's steering, and it is going to park the vehicle right here. Yeah, anyways, that is another very cool bit about the vehicle. Now, obviously you get tire pressure monitoring system as well, parking sensors which are active both at the front as well as the rear, and this motor is really very punchy as well. The most important thing about the car is it feels really nice. The interior feels really special, and that's something which is there with the A5 as well as the S5 too. So there's not much to differentiate it other than the fact that it has got really good amount of punch on offer. Anyways, let's get driving right away.